Is this live? Guess. Okay, so it's live. ठीक है. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is our first ever live stream on this channel, and आज का टाइटल जैसे कि आपने पढ़ ही लिया होगा. We are building n8n automations for YouTube lead scraping. And before we begin, we have to first understand what exactly is n8n. And let me remind you that after this stream is over, I'll provide the chapter links and chapter timestamps so that you can easily navigate throughout this video. Okay, so what is n8n? So n8n does not actually have a full name, and what it actually means is node automation, node mation. So that's why the name n8n, according to me. So n8n is actually an automation program. And automation, what exactly is automation? Automation means the things that you don't do and only require your input for once, and then those things keep on generating the outcomes on their own automatically. So n8n is a node based. What exactly is n8n? n8n is a node based automation uh, service which allows us to create automations, very complex automations, by just only using nodes and a little bit of code. n8n is actually open source. It also has a paid version, but that version is when we don't host it ourselves. n8n also provides us the option, n8n also gives us the option to actually host this automations on our PCs locally. So yeah, and it also allows us to connect apps and services. We can also use APIs. APIs are, in simple terms, hey, sorry to disturb, but oh, thank you. In simple terms, APIs are the things that allow us to use the services of other applications which are available on the web. Hundreds of integrations. It can help us to build complex workflows, no heavy coding, as I told you earlier. It is purely visual and native support. Second, the node based automation system. Let's just skim through it for quick understanding. Workflows built from nodes, task specific node actions, like every node has a specific task for it. Visual and modular design, and it heavily relies on visual design to carry forward its automations and to carry forward its operations. How nodes connect and work together? There are three types of nodes. First are the trigger nodes. Nodes are those nodes which initiate our workflow based upon the action or based upon the previous output of a node. Suppose when I click something and then the automation starts, so that click node would be our trigger node. Then second is action node. Action nodes are those nodes which, upon executing by the trigger nodes, do certain actions like splitting, like joining, merging, like writing something, emailing something. These are all the things that action nodes do. Then there are the third set of nodes are data flow and logic. So what exactly does data flow mean? These are the conditional nodes in n8n, and what these nodes do is they help us to uh, channelize, or they help us to separate decision based nodes. Okay. As you can see, n8n supports conditional logic loops and error handling for robust reliable workflows. So what I was saying is that the data flow and logic nodes are the conditional nodes, which, like, these are like if else conditions. If then, if this happens, then what will happen? If this doesn't happen, then else what can happen? These are those types of nodes. Okay. Now, integration and API workflows. There are three other things which are not very, like, let's just skip through it. And one example workflow of this could be that trigger on a new email arrival, extracting attachment from the email and then uploading it on to the cloud storage node, and then from the cloud storage we can, like, either we manually can take it out, or we can create another automations which can then do certain things to it, and then the automation is complete. Okay, so yep, that was that. Let's just, okay. So let's just get going. So first of all, the things that we will require for this automations to run is, you have to have a good computer, at least 8 GBs of RAM and around 6 or 8 cores of processor. That's it. And the application that I'm going to be using for these automations is Docker. And Docker, what Docker does is it helps us to host our automations locally on our computers. So I am using a MacBook M4 Air to host these automations. So to host them, what you need to do is, first of all, you need to install n8n on your PC. I am not going to tell you everything, so you can just get Docker Desktop for you. And then what we are going to do is, you have to just write n8n pull, and it will then npm n8n pull. Wait. इतनी देर से कोडिंग कर रहा था कि मैं कोडिंग वाला ही वो लिख रहा हूँ. No, and earth in space wallpaper is not required. It's just the default wallpaper on a MacBook. Okay, so I literally forgot how I installed this. Uh, what I'll do is, I'll just give a link of the tutorial that I followed to install these n8n on your computer. It's very easy. Like, you just have to write 2 lines of code at max, and then you will be good to go. Thank you, Yatharth. You're ranking number 1 on the leaderboard of this chat. And how the heck do we have 5 viewers? कौन 5 लोग हैं वो जो देख रहे हैं इसको? Okay, after you install n8n on your computer, then you have to go here. You have to click on this thing which says port 5678 5678, and then you'll get something like this. Not like this. Yep, you will get a login window. Then you can easily sign up with Google or any other ID of yours, and then you will have something create from scratch button. After this, what we are going to do is, first of all, there are certain other things that you need to create, that you need in order to create a automation. First of all, we have to set up some credentials. What are credentials? Credentials are the API IDs or client IDs, secrets, keys to certain parts of the YouTube, because YouTube does not allow, sorry, like you cannot just search through the whole internet to find things. There are certain things that store data on the internet, and then using those things, the keys of those things, you can easily run your automations, and you can easily scrape through them to get the desired outcome that you need. So the first credential that we are going to requiring is it's a Google Sheet API. Simple. So now that we have this, you all will have the same screen. OAuth redirect URL. So what does this mean? That whenever we try to trigger this particular node, it will call this command, and it will call this command, and it will take us back to the thing that we have linked it with. Okay, so we will copy it, and then we are going to go to Google console. Then from here you are going to go to this APIs and service. I already created my project. After this, what we are going to do is we are going to go to credentials, then create credential, which will be OAuth client ID, web application, whatever name you please, and then redirect UI. And remember what we copied, so we will copy it from here and we will paste it down here. Create, and then it will show some IDs and secrets. Don't close it yet, because this we won't be able to see it afterwards. So just copy it somewhere. I'm going to copy it on my notes, and then this goes here. Okay, as simple as that. You can also download the JSON file if you need, and I'll delete the earlier one. Then second thing what you need to create is an API key of YouTube. Yep. We don't have a service account, so let it be none, no application restrictions. And before, like, I selected from here, what you need to do is you just have to search for the YouTube API v3, and then it will automatically let you go through a certain steps. You have to check mark all of them, and then you're good to go. After that, you can just create a credential, you can create an API key, and let's just copy this. Okay, so we are good to go now. We have all the things that we need, and yep. So after after creating these API keys and the OAuth 2.0 client IDs, we'll go back to the n8n that we recently hosted, and we'll just copy paste the thing. So my OAuth ID goes here, and my client secret goes here. And remember, you cannot use uh, these IDs for yourself, because then it is going to create a lot of trouble to you. Then simply we are going to just sign in with Google. And now it is asking, see, access blocked, and it in YT has not completed the Google verification process. Now we are about to go back to that thing, and it in YT. Did I just miss something? I guess there's an error. Let's just copy paste it from here. Okay. Okay, so for the verification process, you just have to come to the Google Cloud Console and click on your OAuth client ID. Wait, let's go back. APIs and services, credentials, n8n local. Then go to the audience, and here a button with publish, I think publish now or something. You just have to click it, and then it will ask for your permission, and that's it. And now we can go back to our n8n and sign in with Google. So it will show something like this, and just go here, select all, continue. The connection is successful, and yep, we see green. It's okay, it's working. Okay, so the first credential that we have linked is Google Sheets. So what my take is for this workflow is, first we are going to trigger the workflow manually and then this manual trigger will then go through a certain list of keywords that we are going to put in, and after going through those keywords it will search in the YouTube, and it will select a few of the channels, like from the hundreds and thousands of channels that are available on YouTube. It will select a few channels that fit inside those categories of the keywords, and after this what it is going to do is then it is going to scrape the emails from the channel's description. And let me remind you, most of these channels don't actually have their emails in it, in the descriptions, or they do have their emails in the description, but they need human verification to show the email. So we cannot bypass that, of course. So what we are going to do is we are still going to keep those channels in our list, and then we can, after the automation has done its work, we can go and manually extract those emails ourselves. And after like extracting those emails, after extracting the niche, after extracting the name, subscriber count of this of the channels that we are looking for, what the automation is going to do is it is going to link or create a new sheet, and in that sheet it is going to paste all the data that it has collected so far. So that is what I'm thinking. Okay, so now that's done, we will create a new workflow and add our first step, trigger manually. This is the node that I was talking about. When clicking execute, when clicking, like I'll click it, it will execute the workflow. That's it. After this, we are going to have a keyword selection node, or we are going to have edit fields set. So this is what will allow us to write all those keywords in, and then based on these keywords we can actually search the channels. Can actually it's like it will act as a filter, it will act as a filter preferences for the channels that we want to target. uh okay, 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 okay. That field, the name of the first field is going to be keyword, and let's just say I want to work with stock market trade. Country, and in this it is US. Language EA. Minimum subscribers, this is going to be a number field, because of course the subscribers are measured in numbers and not words. The minimum subscriber count that I want to work with is 30,000, and then the next one is also going to be a number, and this one is going to be 100,000. Okay, great. Then there's nothing that we need to do, and yep, great. Let's just rename this, and it will be named the control center. Now after this, because we have fed up it all the keywords that we are going to need and that we are going to use for the searching part of this workflow, what we are going to do is that this node will lead into another node which is going to be an HTTP node, and that node will actually go to YouTube and search for all the keywords that we have given. So HTTP request. And now here is the main part that we are going to do. So yep, you can copy this exact URL that I am going to write here. So the URL is https:// www.googleapis.com/youtube/v3/search. Send. Okay, let's just let it be whatever it was. I guess we have to undo it. Messed it up. Okay, authentication. Let's send query parameters on. Use the fields below, and after this, the first parameter will be part. Okay, part snippet, add query parameter, type, channel, max, presence, 50. Okay, so we are done. That was a lot of silence there, but thanks to the three people who are watching, like, uh, love, love. Anyways, so now that I have filled this, I'll take this opportunity to explain what I have done. So, this HTTP request node, what it is going to do is, on the basis of the previous keywords that we have written here, like keywords, country, language, minimum subscribers, max subscribers. So based on these variable names, what it is going to do is, it is going to create some other queries, some other parameters on the basis of which the workflow is going to be executed. So for the first parameter, it's a simple parameter which will be used uh, for some things in the future. I don't really know. I don't really know how it works actually. Okay, so name. Then here is the type. What are we looking for? We can also write here videos and it will search for the videos that we want, but the type is channel. Then max results, how many results we want for the first time that we press execute on this workflow, which is 50. Then q is just for the keyword. Remember, we wrote the variable keyword, and then keyword, this q will have the value of the keyword that we wrote previously, which is the stock market trading. Then for the region code, we have written country, we have written US. Then relevance language. Then for the language, we have written English. We want English speaking people. And for the key, this is my YouTube API key, which I will show where I got it from. You'll go here, APIs and services. You'll go to credentials. Then on the credentials, n8n API and show key, and you'll copy this and paste it here. This is the key which will basically allow this automation to search for the API, to search through YouTube and thus execute this work. So after doing all of these things, do I need to rename this? Yep, deep scraper. Doesn't really matter, you can write whatever name you want. And okay, so let me explain it once again. We'll click on this button, execute workflow. It will send a trigger to this. It will act like a button, like a switch on button. It will go to the control center. What the control center is going to do is, it is going to take all the things that we have written so far, and uh, it will convert them into variable names. And what are variable names? Variable are those things whose values can change. And yeah, we can tweak these values anytime we want. Like, suppose I don't want to work with stock market people, and I want to work with educators. So I can change the value of that keyword variable to anything that I like. See, like here, I can change this to whatever I like. I can change this to Russia. I can change this to UK, Germany. And then after this control center has done its work, has taken all the commands from us, it will feed those feed those variables to this HTTP request node, which is going to then take the value of the variables, put them in certain parameters and queries, certain filters which it is going to use on YouTube to search for the channels. Huh. So here there is one more thing that we need to do is add option and pagination. Pagination is actually a hidden like weapon of some sorts, and it will just do our work good. Update a parameter in each request. Parameter name, it's going to be page token, and just copy this code from here. It says undefined here, and I don't really see where the problem is. See, the thing with these kinds of setup is there is a lot of back and forth to actually get through the steps done. And after this live stream is done, I'll just download the whole thing and just edit it into a video of sorts, and then yep, that's what I'm thinking. Thank you for the 3 people that are still watching this video. Okay, somehow it works. I just needed to, okay, it works. And let's just get back to it. I'll जब ये खत्म हो जाएगा उसके बाद I'll figure it out. Live streams are actually very good. मुझे अच्छा लगता है. मैंने एक बार बचपन में करी भी थी लाइव स्ट्रीम, बट द थिंग इज, yep, these things take time. These things take practice. I don't know what to speak in a live stream. पता ही नहीं है. बातें वैसे करने के लिए बहुत सारी हैं, लेकिन I don't know. And wow, actually, oh, we have 147 subscribers. Nice. 3 people are watching. Really great. Okay, moving on. We need to have an items list. Item list. Wow. Okay. So our fourth node is going to be split out items list. Okay. So what it is going to do is track fields to items. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's that does the job. So we click execute, we take the variables, we convert those variables into filters, and then we get thousands of queries. See, these are all the names and numbers of the channels, and we have like 200 of these channels according to me, because the max number of channels here is 50, and how many pages are we turning? It's 4. So 550 into 4 gives us 200. So from those things we are actually have, see, those things we have the 4 pages, and then from the pages now we are going to split out things. We are going to split out the items that we have searched for. After that, we are going to go through another HTTP request. Same here. The method is get, authentication required none, send parameters, right, part, value is snippet dot snippet, comma, statistics, comma, branding, settings, add query parameters, id, there is that. And for the last thing, we are going to paste our YouTube API key once again. Okay, done. Our fifth node is complete, and I'm going to rename it get stats. Then another split items, same thing. Okay, great. After this, now we have to use a gatekeeper. Remember, we wrote a keyword with max and minimum subscribers. So after this, after that, after we have all the channel IDs, after we have got all the names, after we have got all the data from the channels, the thing that we are going to do is we are going to set criterias on which channels can make it through. Like there will be certain channels which speak English but they are not from the country which I want. So what it is going to do is it's going to gatekeep those entries from coming through and getting into the lead list that we are going to create. Okay, so this is going to be our if node. The condition is greater than or equal to expression. Then another condition. So the first, what the first condition does is it takes the statistics from the channel IDs that we have generated, and it will count the subscribers of those channels, and it will convert that, because everything is stored as a string online, so it will convert that string to a number format. After that, what we have done is greater than or equal to, then it will check, and it will check the minimum subscribers. See, the thing that we have written first earlier was we already gave the variables a value of 30,000 subscribers, and then it will filter out all those channels which fall below this mean. Okay, so after that, now we are going to check for the is less than or equal to. Now we are going to check for the above, like the higher limit for it. This is also okay. So it works. Whenever you see green, it works. Now this is our master node. So I won't, now we don't want any we don't want it to do after it gets false. Like we don't want to uh, see, we don't want that this node does anything except keep the channels under our criteria. And yep, so nothing for the false section of this, only the true part. If some channels fall under the category that we have provided, then only they will make it to the lead list. This particular thing is going to be a code node, and yep, run once for all. So here run once for, okay, I'll write this code. I'll also drop down all the codes and whatever the things that I have written so far, I'll drop them down, or I'll make a separate video on this topic, and you're good to go. let's just do one thing. Let me just copy the code from here, and yeah, we're good to go. So this code, for the non-technical people, it's just a lot of gibberish, and it just gets the work done. That's it. So now that the true thing is completed, ठीक है, तो अब मुझे पता लग गया है कि कौन 4 लोग मुझे देख रहे हैं. द पीपल फ्रॉम द गेटेड सोसाइटी. थैंक यू फॉर द लव. क्या इसमें वो आएगा? नहीं. थैंक्स. तो इसके बाद, आफ्टर दिस, एंड हाँ, I'm speaking in English because it is easier for the editing program to translate whatever I'm saying into words. It is very easier for the program. So that's why the medium of this whole live stream was English. And I don't know in what all places I have messed up with my talking and with my conversation. All the Hindi part, जितना भी मैंने हिंदी में बोला है वो सारा कट कर दिया जाएगा. मुझे तो ये भी नहीं पता है कि मेरी आवाज़ कैसी आ रही है, आ भी रही है कि नहीं आ रही है, ये भी नहीं पता है. So after this is our master node. After that, after this, after we have got all the entries, after we have just done the work, what it is going to do is, now we are ready to take all the entries and we are ready to just put it into the Google sheet of ours. Google Sheets. See, it's that easy. And append or update row in a sheet. Google Sheets account that we have already linked. Then column 2. I'll have to look into this. Oh, why doesn't it show? ये मेरे समझ नहीं आ रहा है. Okay, operation done. Let's just ask something. One of the main reasons of just doing it live is you can see the process, you can see it takes time to create this automations. But once we write the code, once we have set up this, once we set it up, then we are good for life. We are good to go. And I don't know why is my internet not working. One other thing that I would like to promote, I like this, I'll take this chance to promote my video. Just watch this video if you haven't seen this. Oh, it's in the flipped. So the dear Indian parents, we need to talk now. Just go, just watch it. It's a great way of thinking. It's a great way of thinking about risk. And yep, उस वीडियो में मैंने डिस्कस किया था कि कैसे अगर हम ये सोचते हैं कि द ओनली रियल रिस्क इन आवर लाइफ इज डेथ, like if something does not harm us, if doing something does not actually kill us, it is very likely a facade in our mind, and it's just a thinking problem, and you can do whatever you want to do. Don't think about it. There is a problem. My internet is not working. I don't know if it's streaming or not. It shows good here. यहाँ पे good दिखा रहा है. There is a little error in all of this. Let's see what it does upon executing this. Oh, Crow has a shoe and cannot be. Ah, I guess it has something to do with our credentials, because कुछ तो गलत दिखा रहा है ये. n8n local. Data access. Add and remove scopes. We don't need any of this. Clients. Audience. Let's just verify it first. That's it. ठीक है. I guess it should work now. If you want to build it with me, you can build it. Otherwise, I'll just provide this scraper for free to you all, and you can just download it and use it for yourself. Okay, what we did is we never actually enabled Google Drive API, and we gave permissions for Google Drive क्योंकि जब हम उसको when we were trying to link it, we just gave permissions that yes, n8n can use all the services of Google Drive and Google Sheets, but I forgot to enable this API. Now it will be okay, I guess. Okay, so now that we have done, sheets.google, we'll create a new sheet, create leads, email yt leads, add it with the link, copy link, no, editor, okay. We don't actually need uh, the whole thing, we just need our document ID. The document ID is these string, this gibberish between D and edit. We just need to copy it. Now back to node 9. What we are going to do is by ID, or change it to by ID. Now here's the ID, and from a standard text box will appear. Yep. So it is creating in a very minute error. What we need to do here is we need to create the column names based on the entries of the variables that we did in the first place. Country, URL, and description. That's it, I guess. Why does it say so? कितना वक्त हो गया हमें स्ट्रीम करते हुए? एक घंटे से ऊपर हो चुका है and we are still not done with it. Wait, I'm researching, man. अब तुम लोग मुझे देख के ऐसे सोच रहे होंगे कि भाई क्या ही चल रहा है, क्या ही हो रहा है भाई, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है, दुनिया भर की चीजें आ रही है लेकिन कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा। धन्यवाद रोनित भैया, एकदम दिल के आदमी है, कुछ भी बोल रहा हूँ भाई। Forbidden, perhaps check your credentials. Google Sheets API has not been used in this project. Let's just एक ही रास्ता बच रहा है, चैट जीपीटी कहाँ है, चैट जीपीटी से पूछो भाई। ठीक लग रहा है, इतना बुरा भी नहीं है। क्या हमने गूगल शीट्स की एपीआई भी ऑन नहीं करी है? नहीं, हम काम कर रहे हैं गूगल शीट्स ऑथेंटिकेशन अलाना फलाना ढिमका, यूट्यूब एपीआई और सब कुछ कर दिया है, लेकिन द मेन थिंग गूगल शीट्स की एपीआई, और तब मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि काम क्यों नहीं कर रहा है। एंड आई गेस नाउ इट शुड वर्क काम कर ले भाई. Let's just go. Google Sheets API, Google Drive API. Okay, तो अब हमने कर दिया है. We just need to wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Oh, भाई सिर्फ एक स्पेस की गलती से वो चल नहीं रहा था. Oh my god. And now, finally, finally, values to send. Select columns to match. Let's take a screenshot once again. इसकी वीडियो बननी चाहिए. देखो भाई, देखो देखो. Okay, for the next part, now we don't have to write any code. It's the last part of this thing. See, n8n allows us to drag and drop items, and yeah, as you can see, it works. See, these all those entries, they have the name of the channel, the subscriber count, email we have to check manually. See, so that's how it works. See, it's simple. And then we just have to drag and drop the things, subscriber counts, or I can just simply write it, but I don't wanna. So yeah, country, Canada, and description. Yep, that's it. It's that simple. See, and from the next time, if I am ever going to create more such content, then yep, I think I need to practice my live speaking skills. And here you go. So finally, our n8n automation is complete. Now, see the magic. Now comes the magic. Increase the size a bit, bold, and let's just go. Let's execute the workflow. It will take the variables, then it will go through YouTube. It will split out the items. It will get the stats, and then it's now doing the. What do you think? Will it work? Yes, it does. See, so that is how we do get all the emails and all the places and all the whatever you need, whatever you like from the people of YouTube. So that is it. And there are certain people I'll still need to check how to fix this and if I get something. So yeah, but still, I think country is not such an issue, but it is when it comes to paying. So Qatar, Canada, unknown, US, like it's literally written trading proc, Nepal, and the countries. Okay, so great. So it. That's it for this session. I'll I hope to meet you in the next one. Till then, keep dreaming, keep doing. This is Project Bhavishya, and my name is Project. This is Project Bhavishya, and my name is Bhavishya Sembwal. I'll meet you in the next one. Bye.